Do you know what the difference is between a landlord and an investor? Yeah, you know what? They both own properties, but that's where the similarities stop. See, the difference between a landlord and an investor is how they run their business, or lack thereof. See, a landlord, they own real estate and they want to be involved in the day-to-day operations. They want to have a say in maybe how the make-ready is done, and they want to get to Home Depot and they want to pick the SKU numbers. Maybe they want to talk to the employees that are doing the work themselves. Then they want to do the screening, right? They want to make sure that they get the right tenant. They want to be involved in the phone calls. And then from there, the operations, they want to do the day-to-day operations of the properties. And if there's any maintenance, they want to either be the ones that work on the properties or they want to be the ones that directly are interacting with the resident to see if the work needs to be done. And they are basically everything when it comes to that property. Now, the good thing is they're hands-on and they know everything about the property. The challenge with that is they're going to be limited on two things. You're going to be limited on time and you're going to be limited on knowledge. One property, you may be able to do it. Maybe even 5 properties, maybe 10. But if you're trying to scale and you want to have the life and freedom that you want, which real estate can give you, at some point you will reach a point where you run out of hours in the day, because time is one thing that you can never get back. Now, the great thing about real estate is it is leverageable on many levels, right? You can leverage people, you can leverage money, you can leverage systems. The problem with real estate is you don't really know who to leverage, how much to leverage, and at what level you should be leveraging people. And there's no rule book that tells you this. Now, the challenge with the landlord is at some point, you will reach that point that you cannot leverage anything else because you are the leverageable asset. Also, you basically, if you cannot show up for work that day, maybe your business doesn't operate. The definition of a business is a commercial profitable enterprise that runs without you. If you have to be the one that does everything, you don't have a business, you have a job. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a job, but don't call it a business if it's something that you have to be involved in every day, because it's not a business at that point. Now, an investor uses team and they use leverage to the best of their ability. They don't have to be the one that does everything. They have people that do these things and they hire them out or they subcontract them, and those people report the results back to the investor. So I always think of it, an investor is someone who can sit at their desk, they can find a deal, they can buy the deal, close the deal, get it rented, and get the money in and never leave their desk because they have a team doing things for them. The great thing about this is it's scalable. You can scale to 5 properties, 10 properties, 50 properties, you can have about 500 properties, and it's just a matter of scaling out new employees or new contractors to leverage them and their time. So again, a lot of times an investor is treating it more like a business. They're being the CEO, or as I say, they're working from the neck up, and they're the ones that are getting all the information. They're processing that information, and then they're making a decision. So they're not being the operator, they're being the person who's running the operation. Now, it's easy to say you need to transition to an investor, but it's not always that easy to do. My suggestion is start looking at low-level, low-enjoyment tasks that you do and determine which ones are things that you really shouldn't be doing, right? And then start working on your business. They say it's recommended that you work on your business about 4 hours a week. So that could be 30 minutes a day, or you could just take one day over the weekend and you can turn that into a time where it's 4 hours at one shot. But I would suggest that you block that off on your calendar, whether it's 30-day increments or 30-minute increments or 1 hour increments or a 4 hour increment, and try to work on the business. These are creating systems, policies, procedures, things that will make your business run better, right? And you're gonna start off with maybe just 1, and then maybe you get 2 systems, maybe 3, and you start realizing that your role and the ability to scale your business is you working more on the business as an investor than in the business as a landlord. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with either one, but I am saying you have to identify what it is you're doing and which ones you're good at, more importantly, which ones you're not good at. So if you like this, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm Steve Rozenberg. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.